Fifth grade Excel, lesson 111, filling in missing numbers in a sequence of decimal numbers. Most of these are pretty easy. Some kids have a little tricky time with them, but I think you'll do fine. For each of these number series, fill in the missing numbers. 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, and they filled in 3.6 and 3.7. Sometimes the easiest way to do these is kind of ignore the decimal point and just pretend like it's not there. Now you do have to write that into your answer, but it kind of helps you to see the pattern. You got 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. But then we put the decimal point back in, you get 3.6 and 3.7. Here we have 5.5, 6.0, 6.5, 7.0. And again, ignore the decimal and you have 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, and then we put the decimal point back in there. On this one, you could just write 8. You don't need 8.0. 4.85, 4.90. Here you can see that it's almost like we're adding 5, like 485, 490, 495, 500, and then the next number would be 5.05. All right, go ahead and pause the video, try number 4, turn it back on when you're ready for the solution. 426, 427, 428, 429, and then we get to 430. Don't forget the decimal point in there. That 0 is unnecessary, and the pattern is 0.01. We're being added to each one. 0.01, not 0.1. Got to get that 0 in there. Okay, they're going to give you some numbers here with words. I'd like you to pause the video, fill these in on your paper from looking at these words. After you've got them filled in, solve the problems, and then turn the video back on. All right, this is what you should have filled in on your paper. First one, we have 2.33, 2.43, 2.53. You can see what's changing is the number in the tenths place right there each time. So if it goes 3, 4, 5, 6, this one should be a 7. The 3 stays the same on the end. And then it's 2.73. Number 6, 876, 776, 6. And here, you see that we have the ones place that's changing every time. It goes 8, 7, 6, 5. So this is going to be 4.76. Here we have 8.03, 8.02, 8.01, 8.00. A lot of kids have trouble with this. Just think of this as 803, 802, 801, 800. What number comes lower, one lower, down from 800? That would be 799, right? And then you got to put the decimal point back in because we're going one less than 8. Now we're down at 7. 5.22, 5.12, 5.02. This second number, the tens place, is changing. It's going 210. Well, think about what comes before the 0, or think about this as 522, 512, 502. The next number down would be 492, and then we put the decimal point back in there. And this is changing by minus 0.1. We should probably have that on this one too. This is changing by minus 0.01, and this one is just going down by the number 1 whole every time. Okay, here's a couple problems with a check answer. Solve these two problems, do the check answer, make sure it comes out. If it does not add up right, then go back and see if you can figure out what you're doing wrong, and really pay attention to these. I was just helping some kids that are in a higher math group do some of these types of problems right here the other day, and they were stuck on them. So really, you just use that trick that I showed you about pulling the decimal point out and then putting it back in. Okay, now that you have the problems done, we have 407, 406, 405, 404, 403. Put the decimal point back in. 92, 94, 96, 98. The next one, of course, would be 100, and then 102. But where does the decimal point go? Well, think about this. All of these have 2 numbers past the decimal point. So these are probably going to have 2 numbers after the decimal point. Also think about this. This is coming up really close to the number 1. Think of this like money, 92 cents, 94 cents, 96 cents, 98 cents, and then we add 2 more cents, 2 more pennies. Well, we're going to be at $1 or the number 1. And then 2 more cents after that is $1 We don't put a dollar sign in or anything, but we do have to have the decimal point in there. Okay, and so there you have it. And here's some division facts. I'd like you to do these problems as fast as you possibly can. And these problems have remainders. I do not want you to show your work to do the remainders. I'm going to do the first one with you. 4 goes into 37 9 times, because 9 times 4 is 36, and it has a leftover of 1. Notice no show work down here, just write 9 remainder 1. See how quickly you can do the rest of these without showing your work, all mental math, then turn on the video to check your work. All right, here are all the solutions. You can pause the video to take a look at it and compare it to yours. Make sure you have all the answers right. Thanks for watching.